Hi, it's Sarah here. How's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. My soul, Heredia, is the twin soul of Yeshua's soul, Sananda, and it is part of my divine mission to bring in clarity about the past and information about the future. Today, I just want to discuss two prophecies with you. The first is a Jewish prophecy that prophesies that when two brothers reunite, God will bring in spiritual dispensation and it will bring peace to the Middle East. Now, some people say these brothers are Isaac and Ishmael. Some say they're Jacob and Esau. It doesn't actually matter because Jacob is actually the same being as Isaac and Ishmael is the same being as Esau. Now, if you know your history, you will know that Isaac is the father of Jacob and Esau. But this is actually possible because as a being, you put your energies into lots of different bodies at the same time. Some are on different dimensions, on different planets, but you have your energy on many different bodies on Earth at the same time. Some will be living in completely different cultures, different countries, having a different experience to you. Some you will have close to you. They might be your best friends, your worst enemy, your boss, but they can easily be your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your children, etc. So it is very possible for Jacob and Esau to be the sons of Isaac and Jacob to be the same being, and they actually were. Now, these two brothers have been feuding throughout history. They were also Cain and Abel. They were King Saul and King David. They were Osiris and Seth. And if you just want to know who's who, Ishmael was Esau, was also Seth, was also King Saul, and Isaac, Jacob, is also King David, is also Osiris. And the Osiris and Seth battle was actually over Isis. Isis originally was with Seth and then she went off with Osiris, and that's what caused that battle. Now, these two beings have also been separated on a soul level. They were actually twin rays who, due to an experiment, separated for a while. So they are actually coming back together on a soul level as well as on a physical level. And I do believe this is going to be in the next couple of years. So please keep it in your prayers for peace in the Middle East because it's long overdue. The other prophecy I want to discuss is something that Yeshua said. Yeshua prophesied that in the future, people will be able to perform greater acts than he did. So Yeshua, Jesus, performed many miracles. The two I want to discuss today are the loaves and the fish and the water into wine. Now, there are masters on the planet. There are people on the planet that can do this work, that can move solid objects, that can transform objects. Originally, they were people like Tibetan monks who had been doing spiritual work for 30, 40 years, but there has recently been an upsurge of children being able to perform miracles with their minds, especially in the East. And in the East, they actually have schools targeted at children who are very advanced in their minds, and the children just attend these schools rather than attending mainstream schools. So we have seen an upsurge of people who are able to perform miracles. It all starts with your awareness. If we look at a table, we tend to see it as a solid object. Everything that we see, hear, touch, taste, smell that is perceived is filtered through the lens of our belief system. So we have a belief that the table is solid and we see it as solid. And this is because we see it through the eyes of our body rather than the eyes of our being. The table actually isn't solid, it's actually energy. It's made of tightly packed atoms. But each atom actually moves. It actually has a tiny space around it, actually moves. It's just when an object appears solid, there are so many atoms packed together that it looks solid to the body's eyes. If you could see it through the eyes of your being, you would actually see it as energy. And so Yeshua was able to see things as energy. And when you can see things as energy and you have enough belief, you must have heard of the proverb, if you have enough faith, you can move mountains, then you can perform the same miracles Yeshua did. Yeshua was able to transform energy from one thing to another, the water into wine. Yeshua was able to move objects from one place to another. That's the loaves and the fish. Now, we have many old souls on the planet at this time, because this time on the planet we're going through a major evolutionary process, and it is a huge time for spiritual growth. And so we have many old souls on the planet, and these old souls are getting a DNA upgrade. They are also expanding their consciousness, and if they are willing, they will be able to receive gifts, and they will be able to transform energy from one thing to another and move objects around, be able to perform the same kind of miracles that Yeshua did. Eventually it is going to come that every human will be able to perform this kind of miracles, but originally it's just going to start off as old souls even, and then it's going to filter through. And this isn't going to happen immediately. It is going to take a little bit of time. It's a bit further down the track, but it's just something I want to give to you, just to give you a little bit of hope that things are changing. You know, we are going to come to a state of peace, and things are going to improve for the better. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. Much love and many blessings from my heart to yours.